Imagine you're about to eat a taco. You see the vibrant green specks of cilantro, and for you, this means freshness. But for someone else, it means dread. They take a bite and taste soap. This isn't pickiness. It's a specific, genetically coded reality. Deep inside your DNA, on chromosome 11, lies a gene called OR6A2. This gene isn't a taste receptor gene. It's an olfactory receptor gene, responsible for building a specific sensor in your nose. Its job is to detect a class of organic compounds called aldehydes. For a significant portion of the population, a tiny variation, a single nucleotide polymorphism in this gene, makes their version of the OR6A2 receptor hypersensitive to these specific aldehydes. When they smell cilantro, their brain receives an overwhelmingly strong signal, a signal it interprets as something deeply unpleasant and artificial. So what are these aldehydes? They are everywhere. The specific type that the OR6A2 receptor is tuned to, E2-alkanols, are a major component of cilantro's aroma profile. But they are also a primary aromatic compound found in soap. In fact, they are often added to lotions and detergents precisely because we associate their scent with clean. This is the same class of chemical that many insects, like stink bugs, use as a defensive secretion. So when someone with the genetic variant says cilantro tastes like soap, or sometimes even like crushed bugs, their sensory system is not lying. It's making a chemically accurate connection that others simply can't perceive with the same intensity. Their brain is correctly identifying a shared molecular signature across three very different sources. The disagreement isn't about the chemical, but about the intensity and interpretation of the signal it sends. But genetics are only the first part of the story. The experience of flavor is never just a chemical transaction on the tongue. It's a full brain synthesis. Your brain takes input from your olfactory receptors, your 5 basic taste buds, and even the trigeminal nerve, which senses texture, temperature, and the coolness of mint or the burn of chili. All of this data is integrated in the orbitofrontal cortex, a region that acts like a master chef, combining raw ingredients into a final, coherent perception we call flavor. For someone with the OR6A2 variant, the aldehyde signal is so loud it simply drowns out other inputs. The subtle citrusy notes that others enjoy are completely masked by the overwhelming soap alarm. Their reality of that food is fundamentally different, constructed from a different set of sensory priorities. This sensory reality, however, is not fixed. Genetics provides the hardware, but experience writes the software. Studies show that cilantro aversion varies dramatically by geography. In regions like Southeast Asia and Latin America, where cilantro is a culinary staple, the prevalence of the soap gene is just as high, but the percentage of people who dislike it is significantly lower. Why? Neuroplasticity. Through repeated positive exposure, often starting in childhood, the brain can learn to reappraise the strong aldehyde signal. Instead of flagging it as a foreign, artificial chemical, soap, it begins to categorize it as food. The neural pathways are literally rewired. The brain learns to expect cilantro in the context of delicious meals, associating the once alarming scent with the pleasure of eating. It doesn't erase the signal, but it changes the story the brain tells about it. There's another powerful force at play: expectation. Simply hearing the description, "it tastes like soap," can create a powerful nocebo effect. Unlike the placebo effect, where a positive belief can lead to a positive outcome, the nocebo effect is when a negative expectation creates a negative outcome. If you are told that you might taste soap, your brain begins to actively search for that specific sensation. This is called perceptual priming. Your brain dedicates more resources to monitoring for that one specific chemical note, effectively amplifying it when it arrives. This creates a feedback loop. You expect soap, so you notice the aldehydes more, which confirms your expectation, reinforcing the dislike. The word itself becomes an ingredient in the dish.
So, can you change the taste? Yes, by changing the chemistry. The soapy aldehydes are volatile and unstable. When you chop cilantro, you rupture its cell walls. But if you crush it, as in making pesto, you release enzymes that rapidly break down those aldehydes into different non-soapy compounds. The flavor profile is fundamentally altered before it even reaches your nose. Context also matters. Aldehydes are fat-soluble. When cilantro is mixed into something rich in fats, like avocado and guacamole, the fat molecules can encapsulate the aldehydes. They're still there, but they are less available to fly up into your nasal cavity and bind to your receptors. An acid, like lime juice, can also chemically react with and change the aldehydes. This isn't masking the flavor, it's performing a chemical reaction on your plate that literally changes what you are about to taste.
Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.